up. Contestant number 7, Sivasankaran. What is that one thing you don't want to lose in life? What is that one thing you don't want to lose in life? Sivasankaran, contestant number 7.
Fellow contestants, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, I would like to ask you one question. What is that one thing you don't want to lose in your life? I repeat, what is that one thing you don't want to lose in your life? Think about it. We'll catch up at the end. For that, I'll give you 2 true stories to help you decide on that thing. Incident number 1. It really happened in the animal kingdom. In the Kruger National Park, South Africa, well known for lion safari. On a beautiful sunny morning on that beautiful savannah, a group of lions were crouching under the bush, waiting for their prey near a waterhole. And a group of buffaloes are trying to pass by that waterhole without noticing that there is a predators are waiting. To their surprise, these lions launched the attack. All the other buffaloes were able to escape, scattered out. But one young calf could not escape from this and ends up in the water hole. And all these 5 lions launched the attack on this young calf, which is on the water hole. These 5 lions tried to pull ashore onto the shore to maul them. A surprise comes from the water hole. An alligator comes in, tries to pull the calf in, and these 5 lions try to pull it ashore. Historic tussle. Historic tussle happening. Finally, these 5 lions win because of their just power. They are able to pull it ashore. Now, they are ready to eat their prey. Now they are ready to eat their prey. One might think this is a classic battle on the food chain. A powerful animal trying to take a young calf off a buffalo. I'll come back to this end of the story later. Now I'll move on to the second one. It is again about a true incident pictured by Danny Boyle. I'm sure all of you might know. 127 hours. Again, this is about a small situation where a young gentleman ends up with, but how he escapes out from that. A young gentleman from Utah has a habit of canoeing, which is nothing but exploring the canyon beauty, goes in every time that he gets to spend for himself. He goes in there that without informing anyone, he goes in there, and it's a typical situation for him where he, day in and day out, every time he goes into the canyons, he jumps over the canyons, he jumps over the rocks, he does everything on a daily basis whenever he goes there. But on that day, he tried to jump over 2 canyons where there is a small slit. And the thing happens on that day is a loose soil on that particular rock where he is trying to jump over gets cracked when he is jumping onto the other side. Guess what happens? He gets into that slit, opening of the canyons. To make things worse, the rock which got slit travels along with him. Again, this had been there so many times. On that day, what happens is the hand gets caught in between the slit and the rock which was chipped over. Now he is in the mid-air, hanging by all himself. On the right hand palm is caught in between. There is nothing to do. He just looks at the situation and says, hey, what's happening? It's just a small situation for him. But it takes him 127 hours to hang in there and comes out of that situation. He tries everything on that 127 hours. He tries to chisel over that rock. It is not moving. There is a backpack for rock climbers usage. He has a small rope, he tries to maneuver it, nothing works out. Finally, he takes that extreme decision. I'm sure all of you might be on the edge of seats if you have seen that movie. He takes that extreme decision where he has a blunt knife on his backpack just for cutting over small things. He has to slit his right arm. He has to cut out his right arm. He does by maneuvering it. Just one by one. Now he maneuvers it and comes out alive. He just wants to save his life. Now I'll go back to that animal kingdom incident where these 5 lions and young calf, they're ready now. This young calf in there tries to give a call. He's communicating. I'm alive. Please do something. Please do something. These buffaloes went out, escaped from that original situation, were able to mobilize a battalion of buffaloes, comes back, drives out every single lion from that situation, take this calf alive. Ladies and gentlemen, alive. This is a true video which has been seen a million number of times in YouTube. It was one of the famous videos in YouTube. Goes out alive. Now you compare. One is a very extreme situation on the animal kingdom food chain. The other one is a very small situation for a young gentleman. He day in and day out had that situation, but it became very extreme. And this one, this young calf, trying to save his life. But what is one thing in common between this? It is a 4-letter word, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-letter word, H-O-P-E. Having hope, being hopeful, you would be able to come across any difficult situation that you can ever encounter in your life. Be hopeful, never give up. That is the mantra you should have in your life. Now I am sure all of you would agree. What is that one thing you don't want to lose in your life? Over to the Toastmaster.